Have you ever walked away from a negotiation, feeling like you could have gotten a lot more? Maybe you left money on the table, or agreed to terms you didn't fully love. Well, imagine if you could harness the wisdom of ancient Stoics to dominate every negotiation and boost your income dramatically. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how. Picture this. It's ancient Rome, and you're watching Marcus Aurelius, one of history's greatest leaders, negotiate a delicate peace treaty. Despite immense pressure and intense stakes, he remains calm, focused, and unshakable. So, what's his secret? The answer lies in the Stoic approach, one that billionaires, CEOs, and high-performing negotiators still use today to secure incredible deals. By mastering a few simple Stoic principles, you can transform any negotiation from nerve-wracking to effortlessly profitable. But what are these principles, and how exactly do you apply them? That's what we're about to unpack. First, let's talk about emotional detachment. You see, the Stoics had an amazing ability to separate themselves from outcomes. They didn't view negotiations as emotional battles, but rather strategic conversations. Marcus Aurelius famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." So how can emotional detachment practically help you increase your income? Here's a game-changing insight. When you're emotionally detached, you never seem desperate. Desperation kills your leverage. Think about it. When negotiating salary or closing a big client, the other party can sense desperation like blood in the water. Stoicism teaches you to project calm confidence, giving you immediate leverage. But how exactly do you stay emotionally detached when money or big stakes are on the line? The Stoics used a powerful mental tool called negative visualization. This might sound counterintuitive, visualizing things going wrong before a negotiation, but it actually strengthens your position. Imagine briefly what would happen if the deal fell through. By mentally rehearsing the worst-case scenario, you eliminate fear. Suddenly, the negotiation isn't about survival, it's simply about strategic opportunity. But here's the twist. Emotional detachment alone isn't enough. Marcus Aurelius also advocated for ruthless honesty with oneself and others. In modern negotiations, this is called radical candor, and it's shockingly effective. But how can radical honesty help you earn more money without sabotaging your deal? Consider this. Most negotiations fail not because of disagreements, but because of hidden assumptions. Stoicism demands clarity. When you candidly state what you want and why, you immediately eliminate confusion. It's astonishing how many negotiators sabotage their own deals by trying to outsmart the other party. And Stoic negotiators never play these games. They state their intentions clearly, and this often shocks the other side into genuine respect, opening pathways to better outcomes. So far, we've learned two Stoic secrets: emotional detachment and radical honesty. But there's one more strategy Marcus Aurelius and other Stoics practiced that made their negotiations unstoppable. In fact, without this third element, the first two principles lose their impact. Curious what it is? It's something modern negotiators call strategic empathy. And no, it's not about being overly nice or caving in. Instead, it's about deeply understanding the other person's motivations, desires, and fears. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Whenever you're about to find fault with someone, ask yourself, what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I'm about to criticize?" In negotiation terms, this means truly stepping into the other person's shoes, not to give in, but to outmaneuver strategically. But how can empathy, something we often associate with weakness, make you wealthier and stronger in negotiations? And more importantly, how do you combine this with detachment and honesty without appearing inconsistent? The answers will transform how you negotiate forever, dramatically boosting your earning potential. And they're exactly what we'll reveal next. Imagine stepping into your next big negotiation, knowing exactly what the other person wants, even before they fully realize it themselves. That's the power of strategic empathy, a technique Marcus Aurelius mastered centuries ago, and billionaires today still rely on to close lucrative deals. But how exactly does it work? First, strategic empathy isn't soft. It's about gaining psychological leverage. Marcus Aurelius understood his opponents so deeply, he often anticipated their moves and objections. By doing the same, you shift from being reactive to being confidently proactive. You stop negotiating from uncertainty and begin negotiating from strength. For instance, let's say you're discussing your salary or a client contract. Most negotiators go in blind, guessing at what matters most to the other side. Instead, try this Stoic approach. Before the negotiation, pause and ask yourself, what does this person fear losing most? And what outcome would they secretly love to achieve? By answering these questions, you'll uncover hidden bargaining chips that allow you to tailor your approach, crafting a deal that's irresistibly attractive to them, while highly profitable for you. But here's the twist that makes this method unstoppable. While empathy helps you see through their eyes, emotional detachment prevents you from becoming overly sympathetic or emotionally swayed. Marcus Aurelius combined these principles perfectly, deeply understanding his adversaries, yet remaining unaffected by emotional manipulation. When you combine empathy with detachment, you become virtually impossible to beat in negotiations. Now you might be wondering, how do I actually practice these strategies? Well, this is Saul. And here's a simple yet powerful framework inspired by Stoicism you can apply immediately. First, visualize your ideal outcome. What exactly do you want to walk away with? Marcus Aurelius constantly reinforced clarity of purpose. Write down your goal clearly. This helps you maintain focus throughout the negotiation. Second, use negative visualization briefly to detach emotionally. Imagine the negotiation doesn't go your way and realize it's not catastrophic. This simple exercise eliminates anxiety, allowing you to negotiate confidently without desperation. Third, practice radical candor by clearly stating your intentions and desired outcomes up front. Remember, confusion kills deals, honesty creates trust and clarity. This shocks people pleasantly, helping you secure better outcomes. Lastly, apply strategic empathy by actively asking yourself, what motivates the person sitting across from me? What problem do they need solved? This turns negotiations into strategic problem-solving sessions rather than emotional battles. Suddenly, both sides win, and you walk away significantly wealthier. But let's address the lingering question. Can these ancient Stoic principles really work in today's fast-paced business world? Well, consider Warren Buffett, often called the Oracle of Omaha. Buffett famously applies Stoic-like patience, detachment, and radical honesty in his investment negotiations. He doesn't chase every opportunity desperately. Instead, he negotiates from calm strength, patient, honest, and strategically empathetic. The result, Buffett's negotiated deals have made him billions, illustrating exactly how powerful Stoic negotiation techniques remain today. So, Now you have the full Stoic negotiation toolkit. 1. Emotional detachment, never appearing desperate or anxious. 2. Radical honesty, clearly stating your goals and expectations. 3. Strategic empathy, deeply understanding your negotiation partner's motivations. 4. Clarity of purpose, knowing exactly what outcome you want. Combine these tools and you're not just negotiating better. You're negotiating like history's greatest leaders and modern billionaires. Imagine the income and opportunities you'll unlock when you approach negotiations with calm, strategic confidence. But here's the final secret. Mastering negotiation isn't a one-time event. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius viewed it as continuous practice. So begin applying these principles now in your salary discussions, business deals, or even everyday conversations. Every negotiation is an opportunity to strengthen your skills and dramatically boost your income. Ready to start winning more deals and earning more money by mastering the Stoic art of negotiation? Remember, the greatest negotiators aren't born. They're strategically trained, and now you're fully equipped to join their ranks.